I say, yo, welcome to the BBW show, you feel me? We talk bad rap, basketball, and wrestling. We on the road to 400 subs. If you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. I appreciate everybody that have so far. We on the road to a real thing, you feel me? Now, the topic for today is wrestling. More importantly, AEW Grand Slam, you feel me? Now, this is easily the biggest Dynamite of the year, honestly. This is easily the biggest Dynamite and the most important Dynamite of the year, I would say. Now, AEW is definitely making Arthur Ashe Stadium their home. This is the second year they're running Arthur Ashe Stadium, and I feel like they've broken it in. You feel me? WWE has never run that stadium so far, and this is like the biggest Dynamite crowd that AEW has. You feel me? Now, let's talk about last year, because it's the second year they did this. There's a lot of people that was on AEW Grand Slam last year that's some not even in the company and some is suspended because of the CM Punk Young Bucks thing. Like last year we had Cody Rhodes versus Malachi Black. Neither one of them is in AEW right now. We had CM Punk versus Powerhouse Hobbs, I think. We had who else we had? Kenny Omega versus Bryan Danielson. You feel me? They not even there right now. Christian is injured. I think last year was the Super Elite with Adam Cole and the Young Bucks versus Jurassic Express and Christian. They're gone. You feel me? I think LAX was in something. They're gone. So it's like it's a completely different roster almost than it was a year ago. I'm not gonna lie. Almost, like I said, a lot of people that was in prominent roles last year is not there this year. But let's get into it. You feel me? Starting off with the main event that's going on last. Bryan Danielson and Jon Moxley. Both represent Blackpool Combat Club. This is going to be a very good match. But if you know, I made a video about a week ago saying Bryan Danielson has to win the world title. I'm not going to lie. He's been in AEW for a year now. And I feel like he's definitely not as big of a star as he was when he first came into the company. I feel like he took a lot of losses to a lot of people already. You feel me? Jon Moxley's already been a two-time champion. I feel like they don't want to go back to that well at the same time, at the third time. You feel me? Like, respectfully, we already know what Jon Moxley's going to do as world champion. Some people love it and some people hate it. I'm very in the middle on it. You feel me? I don't think he's on one of the greatest title runs ever, but I do think that he's a very credible champion and he has good matches. You feel me? So, but it's like we've seen that already. We have never seen Bryan Danielson as AEW World Champion. And this will probably be the third time that Bryan Danielson has benefited from CM Punk walking out of the company. He's become world champion. When CM Punk walked out of Ring of Honor, Bryan Danielson became Ring of Honor champion. When CM Punk walked out of WWE, Bryan Danielson became WWE champion. Now CM Punk just got injured and Daniel Bryan about to become AEW world champion. That's a nice little story to tell. But honestly, the world championship is going to MJF. Whether it's now, whether it's 2 months from now, 3 months from now, MJF is going to be the real world champion. Another world title match on Dynamite. Claudio Castagnoli versus Chris Jericho. Honestly, I don't like this, and this is literally came in like 4 days. They literally built this up from last week on Rampage. You feel me? I don't like this. You feel me? Claudio has done nothing with the world title so far. They have done nothing with Ring of Honor. We have nothing about no TV deal, no nothing. You feel me? It's just a dead brand. He's just walking around with a dead title. I don't see the point of it. You feel me? This is going to be an okay match. I'm not expecting this to be a great match. This is going to be an okay match, though. I definitely got Claudio winning. You feel me? Chris Jericho doesn't need any title right now. Chris Jericho doesn't need to be on the show right now. But because of that, Kenny Omega and the Elite is out and CM Punk is out, I feel like that's why we got Chris Jericho. You feel me? But Chris Jericho could definitely take a break and the show would not be bad, respectfully. If Chris Jericho missed Dynamite for a month, nobody would miss him. You feel me? I'm way over the JAS. And now it's like they're not even doing segments together. Where's this Daniel Garcia thing going? Does anybody care? You feel me? So it's like, whatever. I'm so done with Chris Jericho. I got Claudio winning. Swerving Out Glory versus The Acclaim. Now, I have a lot to say about this. You feel me? Everybody thinks that this is the perfect time to put the titles on The Acclaim. Everybody think they should have won it at All Out. You feel me? Now, the problem with this is I feel like it's too predictable. You feel me? I feel like the crowd does not care about the match. They just want their claim to win. You feel me? That's good and bad. Because that shows that they're really into their claim, but they don't care about the title match. They just care about the title change. You feel me? Another negative thing about this is this is going to be the second time FTR got passed over for AEW World Tag Team titles. Think of that. FTR has all these belts from AAA, New Japan, Ring of Honor, all of these World Tag Team titles, but not have their own promotion tag team titles. You feel me? It was supposed to be the Young Bucks versus FTR 3. We know why we didn't get that. Young Bucks didn't want to lose to them. So they lost to Swerve in Our Glory, you feel me? And then Swerve in Our Glory, instead of them dropping into FTR, they're losing it to the Acclaim. So it's like FTR is definitely getting pushed to the backside. And I wonder why. But FTR is definitely getting pushed to the backside. Let's look at it. Last year, it was FTR versus Sting and Darby. This year, FTR is not on Rampage or Dynamite. They have 4 hours of TV in out that stadium and have FTR booked for nothing. They're definitely being, I'm not going to say buried, but they're definitely being pushed out of focus, respectfully. And that's a problem. But I definitely think the Acclaim is going to win. Another bad thing about the Young Bucks getting suspended. This AEW tag division is not that good right now, respectfully. We have the Acclaim, we have FTR, we have Swerve in Our Glory. That's it. I don't know if Darby and Sting is a real team. Buddy Matthews and Brody King, I don't know if that's a real team. 2.0, yeah, right. The Lucha Bros, okay. Like, that's like 4 or 5 teams, bro. That's it. And then you got to take away some of them teams because some of them is trios, too. So it's like, bro, the AEW has to rebuild their tag team division, respectfully. Because there's only like 4 or 5 teams that's prominent. The Ass Boys, I say. But other than that, that's it. You feel me? Pac and Orange Cassidy. This is another one. Why is this match happening? Orange Cassidy is Pac's greatest rival in AEW. That's a bad thing. I'm not going to lie. That's a bad thing. Not even talking about Orange Cassidy's character. Just the fact that Pac and Orange Cassidy have wrestled each other at least 10 times. They've wrestled each other at least 10 times in different iterations. Sometimes it was a tag team match. Sometimes it was a triple threat. I remember seeing Kenny Omega versus Pac versus Orange Cassidy for the world title. They've had multiple trios matches together. It's like, bro, this is definitely unnecessary. Pac just became 2-Pac or 2-belt Pac, and now I feel like he's going to lose the All-Atlantic title, even though it means nothing. But if Orange Cassidy doesn't win this, he's buried, honestly. Orange Cassidy's been around for 3 years and has won nothing. He has won nothing. Won no title, won nothing. You feel me? Does the same gimmick all the time. He has to evolve. In some shape or form, he has to evolve. Orange Cassidy is not evolved at all. You feel me? So I feel like put the belt on him. Let's see if we get something different. But either way, that's a slap in the face with Pac. Because all he did with this All-Atlantic Championship was fight Kip Sabian. On the kickoff. So, whatever. Then we got the women's interim title. Toni Storm versus Serena Deeb versus Athena versus Britt Baker. Another who cares match. You feel me? We just had a women's fatal 4-way 3 weeks ago. Serena Deeb is just in this to take the fall. She's honestly just in this to get the pin. Is it going to be a good match? Possibly. It could be good. It could be good. You feel me? But another thing, AEW has to rebuild their women's division. 3 years ago, it was they didn't have no good talent. Now they have good talent. Toni Storm is really good. Britt Baker is really good. Jamie Hayter, Serena Deeb, Ruby Soho is really good. Athena, Ember Moon is really good. That's like 6 people, you feel me? But they still only get 1 segment a week. They still is in the same dead spot every week right before the main event. They still don't get they don't get nothing on the Road 2 show. Gangsta on the Road 2 show that they pull out on AEW YouTube channel, I never see them talk about the women's match. So they get no respect, you feel me? Respectfully. They get no respect right there. So it's like, whatever, just put the belt on Toni Storm, you feel me? Keep the belt on Toni Storm, I guess. Then, I guess we got 2 hours of Rampage like we did last year, which I appreciate. I think this is how they can make Rampage good, you feel me? I expect this Rampage rating this week to be the highest it's probably been in probably a month. Just because these are some good matches. We got Sting and Darby versus Brody King and Buddy Matthews. I got Sting and Darby. Sting and Darby has never lost a tag team match, but they have never challenged for the tag titles. That doesn't make any sense to me. Like, where are they going with that? If y'all don't want them to lose and you don't want Sting to put nobody over, why don't they challenge for the tag titles? Sting and Darby versus the Young Bucks, when the Young Bucks had the tag titles, could have been a good match. We never got that, you feel me? So it's just Sting being undefeated for nothing. Respectfully, just going nowhere. Eddie Kingston and Sammy Guevara. This is from their, I guess, backstage pull apart that happened a few weeks ago. We ain't see Eddie Kingston in a while, a long time. He just had COVID, and then before that, he was suspended. Eddie Kingston needs this win a big time, and he needs to be in a prominent position. Eddie Kingston used to be like the number 3 babyface a few months ago. He's not nearly that no more. That Chris Jericho feud brought Eddie Kingston down a lot. A lot. You feel me? So he needs this feud. Nobody cares about Sammy Guevara. Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. Last match they had, Real Hobbs squashed Ricky Starks. Straight up squashed him. You feel me? This time, I could see Ricky Starks getting the win just to prolong the feud. You feel me? I'm not saying I'm into it no more, but I could see that happening. So I'm going Ricky Starks. We got a golden ticket battle royal, whatever that means. The winner face challenges for the world title. Lance Archer, Jay Lethal, Pentagon, and Adam Page. Nobody, jobber, tag team guy, nobody. This is makes no sense whatsoever. Lance Archer has been back from the G1 for at least 2 months. We have never seen him on Dynamite. He's been buried. Jay Lethal has been buried. Hangman Page has been buried. He had no comeback to CM Punk. He lost in the Trios tournament, and he lost in the first round to Bryan Danielson. He's been buried, you feel me? This is a match full of losers. Respectfully, I would have Lance Archer win just because Lance Archer and Bryan Danielson, a match we never seen before, and that could be Lance Archer's best match of his life. Respectfully. Jade Cargill and Diamante. This is the first time we've seen Diamante on Dynamite or Rampage in 3 years. What is she there to do? Lose. Spoiler alert, you feel me? We got Jungle Boy and Rey Fenix. This match I would have been excited for this a few years ago. I feel like Jungle Boy has definitely lost a lot of steam. Even before the Christian feud. It's just he's just been twirling around doing nothing for a very, very long time. You feel me? Now I feel like they're trying to build him up for a Luchasaurus match that he's going to lose. So it's but Jungle Boy's going to win. Then we got Action Bronson and Hook versus 2.0. Action Bronson and Hook is going to win. Like I said, this is the biggest and the most important Dynamite of the year. Because of CM Punk and the Young Bucks and the Elite being suspended and all of that. A bunch of negative publicity on AEW. A bunch of positive publicity on WWE. It's like AEW has to hit a home run. In every sense of the word. Not just great matches. It has to be great time. It has to have time to breathe. It has to have great commentary. The crowd has to be in it all night long. You feel me? And then the payoff the following week from that has to be good too. AEW does a lot of stuff where they start a storyline, then stop it, then continue it 3 months later. It's no, this pay-per-view, this Dynamite has to continue them for the next 6 months of great television. For them to be back in competition with WWE, in my opinion. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Like, comment, share, subscribe. I'll be back with more.